What's going on, guys? Kenneth Dusang here. So you're looking for a business that you can start, but you have bad credit. Well, I got news for you. You can start flipping land no matter what your credit score looks like. And the best part about flipping land is you don't need a lot of money to start flipping it. So this is 5 reasons why I suggest that you start flipping land no matter where you're at in your entrepreneurship journey. You can be already a well-established company that is making $1 million a month, or you could be somebody that is just getting into entrepreneurship and you're looking for your first business to start. So reason number 1 is land flipping can be done from anywhere. So when I say from anywhere, my wife is originally from Spain. We spend a lot of time out in Europe. And when we're in Europe, I'm still flipping land here in the United States. So when you're flipping land, you don't need to be in the city that the land is at. Because one, you have satellites now, you have Google Earth, you have street views, you have a different set of tools that you can use to look at the land. So that's one of the first reasons is you can be pretty much anywhere and still flip land. The next reason is you can start flipping land with very little money. And the reason I say this is because one, if you compare land flipping to fix and flipping houses, when you go and you try to buy a house, you're going to spend over $100,000 most of the time when you're trying to initially buy that fix and flip. With land, however, we find land a lot of the times under $5,000 and we can resell it for $15,000 to $20,000. So with land flipping, it's very non-competitive compared to flipping houses, and it's very easy to flip. Now, if you don't have even $5,000 to buy a piece of property, that's fine. You can actually buy the property and then resell it without even coming out of pocket, without even needing money. And the way you do that is when you get a contract to buy a piece of property, you can actually sell your rights to that contract to somebody else. So let's say you go and you build yourself, I call it a buyer's list. You find about 50 people who are looking to buy land in whatever area you're marketing in. When you get a contract finally to buy a piece of land and you get a contract to buy it at a really good price, one of these 50 buyers or multiple of them are going to want to buy that land deal from you, and they're going to buy the rights to your contract from you. And I have students that are making $15,000, $20,000, $5,000 here, $10,000 there on these wholesale deals. Wholesaling is allowed in most states. You don't need a license to wholesale. You just want to make sure you do it the right way and just follow the laws. So definitely message me if you want to learn how to wholesale. Reason number 3, and I mentioned this before, you don't need a license to flip land. Just like you don't need a license to go out and buy a piece of property. So the only time that you would ever need a license is if you're trying to sell a piece of land that somebody else owns. So if that was the case, you would need a license. Well, because you are buying a piece of property and then essentially just reselling it, you don't need a license to flip land. Which makes it really awesome for people to get into because you don't have the initial startups of having to go get a real estate license. The 4th reason is one of the most important ones for this video is to flip land, you don't need a good credit score. You can have no credit score. You can have a 400 credit score. You have a 300 credit score. It doesn't matter what it is. Actually, I have people that aren't even living in the United States that are buying and flipping land in different countries, and they don't even have a United States credit score. So keep that in mind when you're flipping land. A lot of people don't get into this business because they think they need a really good credit score to get started. Well, with land flipping, you don't actually need a good credit score. So definitely keep that in mind. Now, the 5th and final reason why you should get into land flipping is it's a really easy way for you to go and leave your 9-to-5 job. I don't recommend quitting your 9-to-5 right away. I would recommend getting into land flipping. Keep your job for a few months until you start closing deals. So with land flipping, you can make easily $10,000 to $20,000 a month on every single land flip that you do. So if you think about it, if you can do 3 to 4 land deals per month, you're going to essentially be making $30,000 to $40,000 a month flipping land. And as we mentioned in one of the reasons why, you can do this without even coming out of pocket anything when you're buying and selling this land. So again, keep that in mind. This business is awesome. I've been doing it since late 2013. I actually have a Facebook group called Land Ninja Academy. Look in the description on this video. I put a link so you can go directly to my Facebook group. Join that group and connect with people. I have people that are joining that group that are flipping land all over the place. I just started that group, so it's growing. So jump in while it's growing. You can post questions in there. You can connect with me there. And let's crush the rest of this year in 2023, and let's make some really good money flipping land.